My name's Ron, I'm the 5-Minute Gardener. Just going to share a quick little trellis that we made for, in this case, cucumbers. And we've got one down the other end of the fence for an ornamental vine. And all it consists of are 2x2 furring strips here and concrete reinforcing mesh, deck screws, and fender washers. And I'll put a material list at the bottom. So for each one of these trellises, I got the 2x2 furring strips. In this case, 53 inches. No, I'm sorry, 63 inches. So what is that, 5 feet 3 inches? Because the fence is just about 6 feet tall. So that's why they don't go all the way to the ground. And they come just short of the top, okay? So I put these 3 furring strips equally spaced, and I happen to put them over the gaps in the fence boards because they vary in size and they're kind of ugly, so didn't mind covering the gaps. And now the reinforcing mesh comes in panels 7 feet by 3 feet 6 or 42 inches. So we cut these panels down to 5 feet. We had a little bit left over that we found another use for, and I'll share that in another video. And equally spaced the 2x2s, and at the top I set these screws with a fender washer, and the fender washers are I think they're 1.5 inches by 1/4 inch inside hole, and 1 inch by if you could get even a smaller, like what would be 3/16 inside hole, that'd be great, but this works. So I put 3 of those across the top, and then I suspended the wire and made it easier instead of trying to do one at a time. So I measured down about 1.5 inches from the top of each one of these furring strips, set the screw with the washer, and just left them out a little bit, hung the concrete reinforcing mesh on it, screwed them in all the way. Then at the bottom, the screws are on the top of the wire, and I did the center one first, and I went in from the top of the wire, angling down, and that put tension on the wire, okay? And then I sort of centered up the wire. I stuck 2 fingers on each side next to the furring strip here and here, and just kind of ballparked so they look pretty even going up. And then did the other 2 bottom screws and washers also on the top of the wire. And then the middle ones are underneath the wires. So the top 6 screws and washers support the weight of the wire. The bottom 3 kind of put tension on it going downwards. All right, so the whole thing was about 25, 30 bucks. I did one the other day, and I was in a big hurry just to get out of the home center just because it's uncomfortable. And I ended up with these. They're redwood, and this doubled the price of the whole thing. They're about 50 bucks for their trellis, because the redwood's $9 a piece for these 8-foot 2x2s, whereas this cheap furring stuff is $3 a piece. That's the way to go, and I didn't see it, or I would have grabbed that the other day. But anyway, we've got cucumbers planted under these. There's a couple seedlings that we started under each one of these 3 trellises that we built back here. All right, now we're just watering them in. And again, I'll put a material list for the deck screws, the washers, the wood, and the reinforcing mesh at the bottom in the comments. And also do me a favor and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. And once again, this is Ron, the 5-Minute Gardener. Get out there and play in the dirt.